In today's Taiwan by Number, we're going to be talking about a temple god known as the Techno Prince, in Chinese, 电音三太子. Now, have the two of you heard of the Techno Prince before?
I have. I have no idea who he is and what he does.
Leslie?
I have, and I understand he's not a DJ.
No, but he's actually connected to techno music. And actually, he is a modern version of a legendary figure who's become popular not only here in Taiwan, but around the world. I want to show you a video. Now, this is the China Airlines and Tourism Bureau's float at the Rose Bowl Parade in January of this year. It won Best International Float. Now, the Techno Prince you can see there on the top has become a beloved figure from Taiwan's temple festival culture. And as you can see, he's represented Taiwan at international events. So who exactly is this lovable child god? Now, he's based on a legendary figure who is called the Third Prince, or Nezha. So to get started, I want to ask you, according to legend, how long ago was Prince Nezha born?
According to legend.
1,500 years ago.
1,500 years ago, okay.
I'm going to double up and say 3,000.
So you're BC and I'm AD.
Yeah, that Confucius episode.
Right?
This is hard, yes.
Yeah.
Don't ask me, I'm not good at math. Those are two great guesses. We're going to have the answer for you in just a moment. But first, I want to show you a Miss Taiwan who recently wore an outfit she created herself, inspired by the Techno Prince. Have a look. This is Joyce Chiu. She represented Taiwan at the Miss International Beauty Pageant in Tokyo, wearing this outfit inspired by the Techno Prince, complete with red cape, flags, and LED lights. Even without Taiwan on her sash, Chiu says people can tell that's where she's from. Chiu designed the outfit herself, inspired by Taiwan's cheerful Techno Prince. She says the temple god's vitality and bravery make it a great way to represent Taiwan. The visuals speak for themselves, she says. The costume's fun, so people want to learn more about the culture. As a child growing up in Kaohsiung, Chiu went to many temple festivals. But what's it like to wear the costume herself? The costume is heavy, she says, making it hard to express the Techno Prince on stage. So what's next for Chiu? After returning from Japan in November, the Foreign Ministry chose her as a youth ambassador, and that means she'll be continuing to share the traditional cultures of Taiwan with the rest of the world.
She's a cute techno princess, isn't she, Leslie?
I mean, I am patriotic, and who else but Miss Taiwan to
not
really,
to like her, right?
All right, let's bring it back to the Techno Prince. Now, before the video, I asked you how long ago Prince Nezha was born. Now, Natalie, you said 1,500 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie, you said 3,000 years ago. Let's have a look at the answer.
Wow, you're doing good.
There's a plus at the end of that. So
maybe destiny for you and her to get to.
I hope so.
Again, this has nothing to do with Miss Taiwan. Now, 3,000 plus years ago, this would have been the end of the Shang Dynasty. Of course, we don't have exact dates because this was a legend. Now, when he was born, when he came out, he was this big ball of flesh. He was born after a long pregnancy. His father saw this ball of flesh and thought he was a monster. And so he took a sword and he split him in half.
Gross.
And then out popped a fully formed human boy child. So my question for you is how
crazy.
long was that pregnancy? How long was Nezha's mother pregnant with him?
5 years.
5 years.
I'm going to say 18 months.
Okay. Let's have a look at the answer.
3.5 years. I'm closer.
You are closer.
Am I?
Yeah, you are close. What?
Wild guess.
So I'm not going to give you the whole story of Prince Nezha, but we'll have some links for you below. I do want to say, though, that he was a filial son. He was a fierce fighter. And he also rides around on these little fireballs. So he's very popular with drivers, like taxi drivers, bus drivers, and whatnot. Now, the modern version of him is called the Techno Prince because, as you can see, he's dressed up in like neon clothing. He dances to techno music. He essentially looks like a club kid and even rides around in cars that spit fire. So my question for you is, when did the Techno Prince, the modern version of Prince Nezha, become popular?
Oh, techno music didn't happen until
1980s? I don't know, wild guess.
1965?
Wow, okay. You're the youngest member of the team. I should point that out. All right, let's have a look at the answer.
Oh my No wonder we haven't heard of him.
2006.
I mean, he's the new guy on the block, right?
Yeah, new kid on the block. Well, I mean, that is 13 years ago. But now the modern version of him is a lot of fun. As I mentioned, he does dance to techno. The reason why he came about is because a lot of the young men who wear the god outfits in these temple processions, they actually were club kids. So they brought club kid culture
That's
and
interesting.
temple culture and mixed them together. And the result was the Techno Prince.
That's fascinating.
Fascinating, right? Now, the Techno Prince has proven popular not just in Taiwan, but also with non-Taiwanese as well. I want to introduce you to someone who I met who's called Rémy Gilles. Have a look at this photo. Now, he is from France, and he's a runner, and he actually had a strong connection to the Techno Prince and has worn the Techno Prince costume to go on runs. So my question for you is,
That's crazy.
can you imagine running in this? How heavy do you think the head of that costume is?
Just the head?
Just the head.
Oh, man.
10 kilograms?
10 kilograms.
It's about 20 pounds. I almost say
Okay.
12 kilograms, 25.
All right. Let's have a look at the answer.
25 kilograms? That's really heavy.
55 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you imagine running with that
No
on?
way.
So that leads me to my final question. What is the farthest that Rémy has run wearing this costume?
Wow. 5 kilometers?
5 kilometers? Okay.
So he's a professional runner.
Yeah.
I'll give him a half marathon. It'll
Oh
be,
my gosh.
oof,
That would be
half
intense.
marathon. So that's about
20
kilometers, 21 kilometers.
Yep. All right, let's have a look at the answer.
What is that?
1,000
1,000
kilometers.
That's crazy.
And the reason is he has actually run all the way around Taiwan wearing this costume. Now, is that
That's
incredible?
patriotic.
It is
or-
very, he definitely likes the Techno Prince. I should mention that he actually takes it very seriously. He went to a temple once and liked this costume and asked if he could do this. And they said that actually the god himself had been wanting to go around Taiwan. So they thought it was a
What a
fated
coincidence.
connection. And they let him do it. Now, when he was doing it, he actually ate vegetarian. He didn't come in contact with women because the costume was blessed and that's taboo. But what is interesting is he did meet his wife during one of the stops.
Wow.
And the god said, this is going to be the woman you're going to marry.
That's amazing. What a
Yeah.
love story.
What an incredible story. I also want to point out one other thing. That last photo you saw there, I want to show you that again. That's actually me running with that costume on.
What? How was it?
How'd it feel, Andrew?
It was terrible. I ran less than a kilometer, and it was so heavy.
That's a lot already.
You could hear your breath and the echo inside the head.
How much sweat?
Must've been stuffy in there.
Sweating? What
Really sweated a lot. It
what
was very
season
stuffy.
was it? What month?
It wasn't too hot, but I can imagine in the middle of the summer, forget about it.
All right, much better in here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, thanks very much, Andrew. And that is Taiwan by number for this week.